Hey, what's up guys? Today we are going to be doing a tutorial. A lot of people have asked me how did I implement the sidebar menu in my app study break. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it. Of course, there's several ways of doing it. This is just one way, and this is not necessarily the way you might want to use, but this is how I did it. So I'm going to walk you guys through this exactly. First of all, I'm just going to show you exactly what I mean when I say sidebar menu controller. It's this. A lot of apps have them. You hit the menu button. Screen slides to the right, you get a menu on the side, you can choose any of these, and then it slides back to the left. I don't know why it's black down there, but okay. So really, this is what we're going to do today. Really, the first thing that you guys want to do is let's go over to GitHub and let's download SWRevealViewController. This is the class that I use to do this. You can find it on GitHub. It's MIT license, I think, so it's perfect for our purposes. Head over there, hit the download zip, download it. Once you've done that, you want to go ahead and fire up Xcode. We're going to be doing this in Xcode 7, and we're going to be using Swift 2.0. Let us create a new Xcode project. Single view application. What should we call this? Let's call this sidebar menu nav. Choose language Swift, devices universal. All of this stuff here doesn't really matter. We're not going to be using it. Let's hit next. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my desktop, create, and there we go. We've got a brand new project. So the first thing you want to do is import the SWRevealViewController. And before we do that, we just want to quickly create a new group. So right click here, select new group, and let's call this SWRevealViewController. Now this is where we're going to import the files from RevealViewController. So now we can go to, this is one that I had before, but let's go to the one I just downloaded. So here we go, SWRevealViewController master. Open that up. You want to go and select the folder that says SWRevealViewController, and inside that you're going to have these two files. All you need to do is select both of these files and drag and drop them into your Xcode project, into the group you just created. Once you do that, you'll get an alert. You want to have copy items if needed selected, and you also want to have create groups and sidebar menu nav under add to target selected. For me, they came up pre-selected. It might come up the same for you, so if that's the case, don't change anything, just hit finish. You're going to get another alert. It's asking you if you would like to configure an Objective-C bridging header, which basically means it's going to create a file that bridges the two languages, Swift and Objective-C. So hit create bridging header, and once you've done that, you're going to get the two files that you dragged and dropped, plus a brand new file with the name of your project and, let me widen this, and bridging header afterwards. Select this file, and underneath you want to go ahead and input the following. I'm going to put this in the description box so you can just copy and paste if you choose. You want to type this, import SWRevealViewController.h, and what that does is it imports this file into Swift, so we can now use this Objective-C file. Okay, so once you've done that, go ahead and save. Now we can head over to our storyboard and we can start working on actually creating something to actually creating the menu. So the first thing we want to do is select the view controller that we have and go over to the attributes inspector and change it from being view controller class to SWRevealViewController. Now, once we've done that, let me get rid of this on the side. We want to go ahead and create. Why does this always happen? Alright, here we go. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so we want to go ahead and start adding the different pages of our program. So first of all, let's add our menu, which is going to be a table view controller. Let's go ahead and put this down here, and I'm going to go ahead and select this table view controller. Table view, I'm going to change it from being dynamic to static, and let's have one section. Let's select that section. And here's a little trick I like to do to save me some time. I like to make it, let's take it down to one row. Let's go ahead and add a label to this one row. Yep, here we go. Add a label. Let's call this label menu, item 1. Let's go ahead and add some constraints to this. Just control drag to content view. And if you hold shift when you do this, you can select more than one. So we want to select leading space, trailing space, top space, bottom space. Hit enter. And let's go over to our constraints in the attributes inspector and just make sure we have no magic numbers. We do, so let's just select, make that 0, hit enter, select 0, let's just make that 0, hit enter, select, make that 0, hit enter. Now, this is the trick I was telling you about. So now we've done this once. If you don't know this trick, what I'm doing is holding Control and Shift, and then you can choose what you want. So I'm just going to select the table view section again. Now, if we go back to here, the attributes inspector, we can increase this to whatever we want, and it copies our labels and our constraints. So it saves you a lot of time if you're going to be making labels that are quite similar. So we can just double click on this, change this to menu item 2, and make this menu item 3. Bear with me guys, I'm going to put my mouse in because I'm having trouble with the trackpad. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's too close. I don't even know how to navigate this thing. And the mouse is not helping. Anyway, okay, so now we have our menu page. We are going to create another page. Let's just get a regular view controller. And this is going to be the page that we start on. So this is going to be one of these selections. It can be our home page, which we can later connect to menu item 1. The first thing you want to do once you've added that is go ahead and select editor and embed it into a navigation controller. Now, once you've done that, we can start hooking these things up to our reveal. Once we've done that, we can start hooking these things up to our reveal view controller. The way we're going to do that is you want to control drag from your reveal view controller over to the navigation controller we just created. Now, this is our home page, so we want to set, once the seg menu comes up, we want to set this to reveal view controller set controller. Then we want to select that seg and change its identifier in the attributes inspector over to SW_front. Now we want to go ahead and control drag again from our reveal view controller to our menu. And again, we want to select reveal view controller set controller. Now we want to select this seg again, but this time we want to change it to SW_rear. Okay, so before we go any further, let's go ahead and add something to our home page view controller just so it's not a blank page. So let's get a label. Let me zoom in on this. Yeah, let's get a label. Yes, I want a label. Here we go. Throw that right in the middle. Let's change the label to hello world. Let's go ahead and add some constraints. Control drag to the view. Again, let's just center it, shift and hold shift so I can select more than one. Center horizontally, center vertically, hit enter. Okay, so now if I run this, what should happen is that this is the initial view. This is the initial view controller right here. No, it's not. What am I talking about? Sorry. This is the initial view controller right here, but as this is a reveal view controller, what it does is it's just a container view. So it's going to show us the home page, which is this page right here, and the page behind it is going to be the menu page. That's why this is rear and this is front. So if we hit run, what we should get is this page with hello world right in the center of it. Let's hope we've done it right. My laptop's struggling, guys. Of course, allow. Yeah, hello world. So everything is going right so far, but obviously we can't do much with this. We don't have anything. We can't select. We have no menu button. So let's go back to our project, and the next thing that we want to do is we want to add a menu button. In my app study break, I actually have an image menu button. I'm not going to do that now because I'd have to go and find one for you, but for now I'm going to show you how we do it. So just, you want to select bar button item, drag and drop that into the navigation bar. Now if you have a picture that you want to use, all you do is you select this and you can just change the image, and the picture that you should have, provided you've put it into your project, the place you're going to want to put it is assets. And if you've put something in there, you'll be able to select it here and this will just change into that image. But I don't have a picture, so I'm just going to leave it as an item. Now, once you've done this, if you use Xcode a lot, you know that this view controller as a generic view controller class is pretty useless. So the next thing we want to do is go over to File, New File, and you want to go here, iOS, Source, Cocoa Touch class, hit Next. We want to create a subclass of UI view controller. This is already selected, but if it wasn't, you could just scroll up and down and select it from here. And let's call this our view controller and put it wherever you want. Hit create, and there we go. We've got this new code. Now you want to hit back right here, go back to the page we were just on, select our view controller again, go to the attributes inspector. Now we're going to change its class over to our view controller. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Now the next thing we're going to do is split the screen in two so that we can drag and drop, not drag and drop, control drag, sorry. Let me just get rid of this code here. Okay, so here we've got our code. Now we're going to select, I like to select from here because it's easier for me to see exactly what I'm selecting. So I'm going to select this, hit control, I'm going to drag over to here, and I'm going to create an outlet. This outlet, let's call it menu button. There we go. Okay, so now this, once if you select this, it's going to show you that we have this selected. So now we can get to adding code that will actually control. Basically, the code we're going to add is going to access the functionality in the SWRevealViewController that we imported before, and it's going to make it so that this item button allows you to slide, allows the page to slide out and show the menu. So bear with me. The code we're going to add, you want to go ahead and add this underneath view.did-load, which is the first thing that runs when the view loads, and this is the code we're going to add. You can just copy and paste this if you want. If self.revealViewController doesn't equal nil if one's present, menu button, why is it not showing up? Menu button dot, oops, dot, no, that's not right, dot target equals self.reveal. Yeah, as you can see, I like to autocomplete, but my laptop is moving very slowly at this point in time. Okay, menuButton.action equals revealToggle, oops, and self.view.addGestureRecognizer and self.revealViewController.panGestureRecognizer. And that's it. That's all the code that we have to add. So what this has done, if we go ahead and hit run, what should happen is we should get that same home page, but this time the item button should be there, the menu bar button should be there. Here we go. And if we hit this, crash. Why did it crash? Oh, sorry guys. What I did is I missed out. You need this colon. Make sure you have this colon, otherwise your program will crash. So let's run this again. And the button, and there we go. So now we've got our menu, we've got our home page, and we can hit the item button and our menu comes up, but nothing, these don't do anything. So the next step is to connect these with segs so that these lead to other pages. So let's quit this, let's head back. We can do this all in our storyboard. Bear with me. Alright, so now at this point in time we don't have any pages, so let's go ahead and create some pages. Let's first of all, let's make a table view controller. Let's put it right here, and let's go in and make this static. We're not going to mess around with dynamic for now. Let's throw a label in there. I don't know. I'm not even going to bother changing this label to say anything. I just want to put it there so we can see it. Also, let's throw some constraints on there so it doesn't disappear. In fact, let's just put it in the center. Yeah, hit enter. Okay, that can be page number 2, and so we just need one more page. Let's go ahead and what kind of page should we put? Let's put a tab bar controller to get messy with it. But I just want to show you guys, literally, you can put anything you want here, literally. And actually, let's not put this because it's going to get a bit complicated. Oops. Yeah, let's not put that. Let's put instead, let's just put another view controller. You can put whatever you want, but it just gets a bit complicated if you start doing those things. All right, so what you also want to do is like this view controller here, you want to go ahead and embed both of them in navigation controllers. Yep, let's select this one, editor, embed navigation controller. Then we want to go zoom in here and we want to select, where is this stuff? Okay, let's control, hit shift, select. We want to select the cell and it's going to show us here. I like to drag from here because I know exactly what I'm dragging from. So control drag over to here, and this time you want to select push rather than set. You want to select reveal view controller, push controller, and really that's it. You do that, we do that for that cell, and we want to also do it for this cell. So let's do it here as well, and push. Now let's go ahead and run that again so I can show you what we get. Here we go. And so if I hit this, there we go. But again, we haven't added any menu button here, so all we get is just this page and we can't navigate back. So the next step is just going into these again, and let's start with number 2, the one that's got label on it. Again, you're gonna have to create a new file. This is a table view controller, so we're gonna create a subclass of table view controller. Again, let's just call this RViewController. Yeah, I'm gonna put that anywhere, I don't really care. And all of this code we don't need, so I'm just gonna comment all this out. We don't need any of this for the purposes of this. Oops, what am I doing? Let me go back to the storyboard. Change this to be our table view controller, and then let's split this. Our view controller, no, we want our table view controller. Where are you? Our table view controller. Why is the screen so small right now? All right, so we want to go ahead and add a button to our, oops, I'm going to go ahead and add this again to our menu. And you want to go ahead and select this, control drag from this into our table view controller. Again, we want to call it menu button. Now, once you've written that code once, there's no point in writing it several times. So we can just go ahead and go to here. Let's just copy the code, Control C, go back here, paste. And in fact, before we run this again, let's go back to our storyboard and let's do the exact same thing for this view controller as well. So let's put bar button item in there and let's create a new file. I mean, in fact, let's not even create a new file for this. Let's just go ahead and make this the same one we had before, which was our view controller. And let's go and throw another label in here just to show us that it's not the same one. Label, this is menu page 3. Let's go ahead and add some constraints, center, center, enter. Now if we run this, we should have ourselves a working sidebar menu, and it really is that straightforward. And so here we go, hello world, hit item, you get a menu, menu item 2, here we go, hit item again, get the menu, menu item 3, crash. And why did we crash this time? Okay, so apparently we can't do that. So let me go back to the thing. Yeah, so really what you want to do is to create a new no, the reason that happened is because this isn't hooked up to anything. I haven't hooked this up. So really what you want to do is create a new class each time. So let's just go ahead and create another new class. Where we UI view controller. Let's call this our view controller 2. Create. Let's go back. Let's change. Select. Let's change this to our view controller 2. And let's split the screens. Where's our view controller 2? Get rid of some of these things. Give me some space. All right, let's nope. Let's drag from here into our view controller, menu button. Let's go ahead and find this same code we had before, copy it, and we'll go back here, hit paste, save. Let's run it, and hopefully we should not get that crash. Okay, and yep, crash is gone. And we see this doesn't do anything because I haven't hooked it up, but really that is just as simple as going straight back to your menu page and doing it in the exact same way we did the other two. Just selecting the cell and then dragging it to this navigation control. Is this one, right? Yeah, it's that one. It's really as straightforward as that, and then again just put push, and that's it. You have your RevealViewController implementation, and you have your sidebar menu working. Obviously, you can play around with this, change things. You can have, as many menu items as you want. You can change how far this comes out. You can do that. In fact, I'll show you how to do that. If you want to change like the specifics of it, let's no, sorry, this is not it. If you want to change the specifics, all you got to do is go to this, and here are all the details. I suggest you just have a look at this and play around with things, and from here you can change how far it goes in, whether there's a shadow or not, how fast it goes. But really it's quite a big file, so you're gonna have to look quite close to find exactly what you need. But yeah, that's it. Sorry if this tutorial was all over the place, because really this is the first tutorial I've done, so hopefully I'll get better at this in the future. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if this video gets enough likes or shares or whatever. I'll do more tutorials. If you have my app Study Break, and if there's things in it, if you want to know how I did certain things, just ask me and I'll make a tutorial and I'll put that up. So again, thank you for watching and enjoy your day. Peace.